This is the top 5 best episodes of the Twilight Zone, Season 1. You see, there were 36 episodes in Season 1, which gives us plenty to choose from when it comes to a top 5. This is, of course, the original series that ran from 1959 to 1964. We're going to start with number 5. The 5th best episode of Season 1 of the Twilight Zone is Walking Distance. Season 1, Episode 5. See, fits perfectly. 5th best episode, and it premiered as Episode 5 as well. This episode features Martin Sloan, whose car needs a bit of an oil change, and while he's waiting for this oil change, well, he decides to go for a little walk. You see, his hometown is within walking distance, something he mentions. And he delivers this in such a smooth, cool tone. And when he goes back to his old hometown, he finds that, well, it's not 1959. It's more than 20 years ago. And he walks into his hometown as it was when he was a kid. So essentially he's going back in time to when he's around 12 or 13 years old. He mentions that the prices at the local ice cream shop are very, very cheap. That's because their prices from 25 years ago. And this is a nice nostalgic trip, though our friend Martin here is, he's not the brightest bulb anywhere. If you put him in any type of box, he would not be the brightest bulb, because it takes him forever to catch on the fact that he has traveled 25 years in the past. He tries to meet his parents. He doesn't catch on that all the cars are old. It's a nice nostalgic trip, but the main character is a little too thick-headed. It'd be nice if he caught on to this quickly, and then he could actually enjoy this time of him going back in the future and maybe reliving some things he wanted to do as a kid. It's Rod Serling doing a commentary that you shouldn't be caught up in the past, but it's nice to also visit the past as well. And that Martin Sloan's life has become too busy, and he's not really taking time to smell the roses. He mentions how he likes somewhat childish things as merry-go-rounds and ice cream, and is reminded at the end that, well, he can do those things in his time as well. He's in his late 30s, but if he wants to relive certain memories, he has the ability to do that in his current time. A lot of people put this as their favorite episode. I don't think it's a perfect one, but I do think it's a really good one. And it captures the small town vibe. He goes to many locations, from a park to convenience stores to his old house. You really get a feel that this is a living, breathing town. And that's why it's number 5. The 4th best episode of Season 1 of The Twilight Zone is The After Hours, Episode 34, where a girl, Marcia White, gets trapped in a department store. And this is a department store that has an elevator, so we get to see many levels to this store. She's buying a gift for her mother of a gold thimble, thing you can wear on your middle finger while sewing, so you don't push the needle through the fabric. We see a bustling department store at first, but then she goes onto the elevator and gets brought onto the 9th floor and sees that the whole place is desolate. There's only one employee with one item, of course a gold thimble, that she sells to Marcia. And the atmosphere of this episode is great. It's so creative too. It's hard to know what to even compare this to, since the twist ending is that these mannequins come alive and she's actually one of them. And she's overstayed her welcome. So we get her going through the department store. It starts out very busy with a lot of people. Then immediately it goes to this empty area on the 9th floor. She tries to return it. They don't know what she's talking about, saying they don't have a 9th floor. Then we get an amazing twist ending that actually makes complete sense. It's creepy. It takes you through many different emotions. The idea of going to this empty floor, but then going down to the 1st floor and having a bunch of people there keeps you guessing, because you never know where this episode's going to go. It's almost like she can get out of this store, but at the same time something's pulling her to go back up to the 9th floor, which is where we learn this empty floor is where she lives. And I just love this episode. That's why it gets number 4. The 3rd best episode is Time Enough at Last, Episode 8 of Season 1, where a bank teller, Henry Bemis, just never has enough time to read books. He goes home, his wife's nagging him, he can't read his books, he tries to read on his breaks from work, and man, all he wants to do is be able to finish his novels, learn about life, go on amazing adventures. Something always interrupts him, until he's in a bank vault, a very nice place to be, when a nuclear bomb goes off, and now this entire place is wiped out, and we get a nuclear winter, which apparently doesn't seem to affect Henry Bemis that much, because he comes out of the bank vault and just walks around like radiation doesn't exist. And the scenery here looks great. We see bombed out cars, rubble everywhere, even a nice bench for him to sleep on. Once again, completely not being affected by any fallout. And so we really feel for this guy. He's a bookworm, he's a bit nerdy, and now he's alone, he's lost everyone. He feels sad at first, just like the viewer does. He feels sad that everyone has died. But then he begins to feel better as he finds a library that is not completely destroyed and has all the books that he could possibly need. They have a cruel twist at the end that I think is unneeded, just the way Rod Serling likes doing it. But they just paint this post-apocalyptic hellscape so well. It's so detailed. And they even do a narration halfway through, because once everyone dies, it's just Henry Bemis talking to himself, and there's a lot of quiet moments to this episode in the middle. It's one I will always remember. It takes you through the roller coasters of someone's busy life, to complete desolation, to them getting almost everything they wanted, to then a cruel twist at the end. It's almost perfect, and that's why it's number 3. A Nice Place to Visit is the second best episode of Season 1, featuring a great protagonist / antagonist. He is the antagonist, but it's always hard to know exactly what to call the antagonist when he's the main character. His name is Henry Francis Rocky Valentine, and this is episode 28, written by Charles Beaumont, my favorite Twilight Zone writer. It starts with a bang, literally. Rocky robs a pawn shop, then is running away from the cops, trying to climb this wall, gets shot, and then he gets transported into this amazing world where every single one of his wishes are granted. And this is such a fun episode. Charles Beaumont just knows how to keep you interested, knows how to dazzle your eyes with Rocky just going crazy, having tons of women on his arms, gambling, and just living exactly the life that someone with the maturity of a 13-year-old would live. And we see a change with him as well. He starts off as this hardened criminal, and as he gets all his wishes granted, he softens up to become this playboy, which is obviously the type of person he always wanted to be. He was committing these crimes so that one day he would become rich. That never really happened to him, but once he died, he got transported to what he thinks is heaven. I'll give you a hint, it's actually hell, where now he can do everything that he ever wanted to do. And he has a huge gambling addiction, which is why we see him have a huge casino come into his house, filled with people and drinking, and tons of playgirls. It's fun, it's action-packed. There's a funny part where he goes to the Hall of Records with this guardian angel, and he reads his Hall of Records, and it's nothing but bad stuff, just him beating people up, him shooting people. He's trying to figure out is there anything he's ever done good in his life? The answer is no. And it's not really a twist at the end. Charles Beaumont isn't much of a moralizer, he just wants to give you a fun story. But essentially, this character just gets tired of everything being so perfect. After all, he's a bad guy. He doesn't want things to be perfect. He wants to go to jail. He wants to feel pain. He wants to inflict pain on other people. And he's not able to do it in this, quote, perfect world. It's fun, it's action-packed, and I love it. It's also one that doesn't really get talked about that much. I've seen on forums people mention Walking Distance and Time Enough at Last, but no one mentions A Nice Place to Visit. And they should, because it's the second best episode of Season 1. The very best episode of the Twilight Zone Season 1. The monsters are due on Maple Street. Episode 22. Where we see an idealistic town absolutely lose their minds as they're controlled by these alien overlords. The scenery looks absolutely beautiful, and until these monsters come, everyone's getting along. Neighbors are waving to each other, people are helping each other, but all of a sudden, the entire street loses electricity, and they start turning on each other. One person's house lights come on and start flickering, all the cars don't work, then all of a sudden one of the neighbors' cars works, so everyone gets jealous. Why does his car work, but everyone else's doesn't? So they think he might be in on this, what they think is some type of attack from a foreign country that's affected the electrical grid, but also things like lawnmowers, and cars don't work either. And it plays on how, in an instant, people will start panicking. Imagine if the entire electrical grid went down. There would be that asshole at the end of your street that was smart and actually got a generator, and his whole house would be lit up. I personally have one of the electric generators, a Jackery, which is useful for power outages, but not enough to power an entire house. You just charge your phone with it, plug your computer in for a few hours. You can even run a TV for about 6 hours. But we already get a taste of this when there's power outages. There's some people's houses that are on, there's some people's houses that are off, and it's hard not to feel a little jealous at the person who thought ahead, or more realistically, has way more money to put in a whole generator in their house. Now, in the case of Monsters That Do on Maple Street, it's actually aliens that are controlling this and turning things on and off and making the townsfolk go after each other. And we get an awesome scene at the end where it just turns into chaos. People start throwing rocks through each other's windows. Someone brings out a gun and a bat, and they just start wailing on each other. It's quite violent for a Twilight Zone episode, and it ends at the height of the chaos. So we see some of the violence, and then the camera pulls away, and we just see them going nuts on each other. I love it. I think this is absolutely the best episode, maybe of the entire series, but certainly of season 1. And while this all unfolds in one night, they're obviously having to speed this up for a 22-minute TV episode. I think this is realistic. Not that it would happen in one night, but if this went on for months and months, people absolutely would start turning on each other. Because you have to think about yourself and your family first. Thanks for watching the 5 best. After this, we're going to do the 5 worst episodes of the Twilight Zone Season 1. And then move on to Season 2. We're also covering series like Black Mirror, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Mystery Science Theater 3000, where we go through every single episode and review it. And we do live streams and have memberships for $1. Thank you.